they start talking, that's when y'all get them. I'ma be his.
Can't do it.
For real. I better be quiet.
I don't give a y'all was quiet. Y'all was loud.
We got the whole hood over there, Tank.
Like, twist it up. I don't give a about none of that.
Do whatever y'all want. My mother, he can't stop nothing over here.
None of that.
Not at all.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna him up.
You know, that Tank is older. He had the lessons, getting his lessons of what he got to do.
Gervonta Davis has fired back at his trainer Calvin Ford for arguing with him during the highly controversial Lamont Roach fight on March 1, 2025 at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. Boxing fans witnessed one of the most contentious decisions in recent memory. Davis, defending his WBA lightweight title, battled Lamont Roach in a highly anticipated clash that ended in a majority draw. The controversy centered around a pivotal moment in the 9th round. Davis unexpectedly took
he's wondering if he should spit this slow.
jab from Roach grazed his face under the unified rules of boxing. Such a knee, regardless of the reason, should trigger a count and potentially be ruled as a knockdown. Yet referee Steve Willis halted the count, allowing the fight to continue, a decision that has left many questioning the integrity of the scorecards and the bout's final outcome. Davis later attributed his knee to a sudden impairment, claiming that grease from his freshly done hair had gotten into his eyes. His explanation, however, was met with a chorus of boos from the live audience and widespread criticism among boxing pundits. The incident not only altered the course of the fight, but also set the stage for further drama behind the scenes amid the fallout from the controversial call. Explosive, leaked audio emerged capturing a heated exchange between Davis and his trainer Calvin Ford. In the midst of the chaos that was unfolding both in the ring and in the post-fight media circus, Davis was heard vehemently firing back at Ford with the defiant remark, "I don't need you." This tour declaration resonated with fans, symbolizing a crack in the long-standing bond between the fighter and his corner.
Like a submission, you hear me? Let me get
Check this out.
You guys calm down, listen to me. Hey, come on now.
Tank don't Coach Cal. When Tank was walking up, it looked like Coach Cal was about to give him that hug like you always do, and Tank just brushed him off like out of here. Whoop, excuse me. Out of here.
In the recorded argument, the tension was palpable. Sources indicate that the confrontation occurred as emotions ran high, following the disputed decision, while the exact dialogue has been the subject of much debate. It is clear that Davis's outburst was more than just a passing comment. It was a statement of independence and frustration. The audio suggests that Davis, known for his explosive style in the ring, was equally fiery when it came to matters of trust and team dynamics. This incident has since ignited discussions among boxing enthusiasts about whether Davis's self-assured, sometimes brash demeanor might be masking deeper issues within his camp.
All the people that say I be spreading false narratives and I don't know what I'm talking about, Tank don't with Coach Cal. Look, check this.
You guys calm down, listen to me.
And then, look, Tank lost it. He totally lost it.
For years, Calvin Ford has been an integral part of Davis's journey. Often compared to iconic trainer-fighter duos, Ford's guidance was synonymous with Davis's early career success, and his presence was a reassuring constant for the fighter. However, in the lead-up to the Roach fight, a significant change occurred. Ford was notably absent from Davis's immediate corner during parts of the bout, with Barry Hunter and other members of the team stepping in. Instead, Ford later addressed the situation in a post-fight interview, clarifying that his temporary absence was strategic rather than a sign of a permanent fallout. He explained that stepping back allowed him to observe from a different perspective, a move he likened to giving both him and Davis space to regroup. "We ain't change up anything," Ford asserted, emphasizing that the overall training structure and
now it seems like Coach Cal on point, so you're not paying Tank no mind. And Tank go over here, he go to this and watch this shit that he do. He gonna lift his jacket up and like, our conversation is a secret, I don't want him to hear it type shit. Like, yo, what's up with Coach Cal and Tank? they really don't each other. Like, look, and he brushed him off again. Like, don't touch me type. Like, you see that?
Bond remain intact. Despite his reassurances, the leaked argument has raised questions about whether the temporary shakeup might be indicative of long-term friction between the star fighter and his trusted mentor. Many analysts view the heated exchange as a manifestation of the intense pressures inherent in elite boxing. Davis's brusque, "I don't need you" comment could be interpreted as a demand for complete autonomy in the ring, a declaration that he can chart his own path, regardless of traditional hierarchies. Conversely, it may also hint at underlying tensions that, if left unaddressed, could jeopardize the chemistry that once propelled Davis to greatness.
Uppercut. Good combination, Mont. Oh, good left from Tank. Right hand from Monty. Oh, Tank took a knee. He got knocked down. That's a knockdown. Tank is trying to bail himself out. That's a knockdown. That's a knockdown! How are you going to do that and run and get a towel? Who gave Davis that right? This is a highway robbery, dog. Good combination, Lamont. Oh, shit. They swinging on each other. Good body shot, Lamont. Lamont is rocking with it. This is Tarver Roy 1. What's going to happen is they're going to give the fight to Tank, and then the second fight, Lamont going to say, "Any excuses tonight, Tank," and then he's going to knock Tank out. I've seen it. Lamont won, bro. He won 7-5 with a knockdown. This guy did the unthinkable, and I hope they don't rob him. Scorecards. They said majority draw. They cheated Roach. Roach got robbed, and everybody knows it. Rematch right away. They robbed.
Subsequent argument has left fans and experts pondering what comes next for Davis, with the counter-majority draw still under scrutiny by the boxing community and potential regulatory reviews looming. The internal discord between Davis and Ford may complicate the champion's future preparations. Should the WBA mandate a rematch with Lamont, Roach Davis might be forced to address these internal issues before stepping back into the ring. A fractious relationship with his trainer can impact fight strategy, conditioning, and ultimately performance, a risk that could have significant ramifications given the high stakes in title defenses and potential future bouts against top-tier opponents. Moreover, the incident adds another layer to the ongoing narrative of boxing's Wild West reputation, where split-second decisions, technical errors, and backstage drama often blend into one chaotic spectacle as fans debate the merits of Davis's actions, both in the ring and outside it. The conversation increasingly centers on whether a single controversial call and a moment of verbal defiance could signal a turning point in his career for Davis, whose record has been untarnished until now. This episode is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it underscores his fighting spirit and unwillingness to be controlled on the other.
What was going through your mind when you heard the decision?
Nobody like a draw, you know, from a guy that get knockouts and things like that, but it's cool. I feel like if we fight again, I could do more, and I should have did more. I was lost in the, I lost track in the rounds. That's why we need, what is it called? Yeah, man. I didn't know what round it was. Facts.
Tank, Eric Blum from DailyMail.com. First off, your coach just said, can you confirm, did you get your hair done 2 days before the fight?
Yeah.
It exposes vulnerabilities that opponents might seek to exploit. The boxing world will be watching closely to see whether this internal friction is a temporary hiccup or a sign of deeper issues that could influence the trajectory of one of the sport's brightest stars. However, Davis is facing a rough patch with his clash against Lamont Roach Jr., shaking up his world. Roach Jr. entered the ring as a massive underdog with virtually no backing for a victory. Most expected Davis to dominate him with ease like a sprinter outrunning a tortoise. But in a shocking turn of events, the WBA super featherweight champion proved to be every bit as skilled, powerful, and resilient as his opponent, instead of the anticipated Davis triumph. The fight ended in a majority draw. However, the biggest talking point wasn't Davis losing his flawless record. It was a bizarre moment in the 9th round. Mid-fight, Davis suddenly dropped to one knee and rushed to his corner to have his face wiped. It was later revealed that grease from his hair had trickled into his eyes, impairing his vision. But what truly enraged fans was the referee Steve Willis allowing this to happen without consequence. He had already begun a 10 count, yet Davis was never penalized, leaving many questioning the officiating of the bout.
I ran water over it today, but I must say do it enough.
Can you describe what the feeling was like in the ring? And was it to get the towel out, to get the burn out of your eyes, or what was going on? And
I didn't want to get caught. I didn't want to get caught while my eyes was burning, and you know, like, you can get knocked out like that. So I'd rather take the knee than, you know. But I didn't really know that you can like get disqualified for all that, or like when you start counting, I'm like, what the hell? But I don't know. It's cool.
Do you want that rematch next? And if so, how likely it is that we're to see that fight happen again this year?
I'm not sure, bro. I'm definitely not sure. But hopefully we could get it before... Nah, it probably won't be this year.
Is that the one you want next?
Yeah, it's definitely the one I want next, but it's not gonna be next.
What is?
You might see it in a minute. You definitely might see it in a minute.
All eyes are on the controversial call, and now the NY SAC has launched an investigation citing a so-called technical issue that supposedly kept them from reviewing it in real time. Even Roach Jr. has officially petitioned to have the result overturned in his favor, as the world waits for the commission's final verdict. Haney sat down with the ring to
share his perspective on the fight and the disputed no knockdown ruling. It's easy to guess what Haney stated given the relationship between Davis and Haney, but the Dream presented some persuasive arguments to support his position. I thought it
was a good fight overall. He added, I always knew Lamont was, he wasn't coming to lay down Haney, who has known Roach Jr. since they were little and participated in amateur competitions together, was taken back by his performance. He was coming there to fight, but he did a lot better than I thought he would. Haney added. As for who won the fight, Haney confidently said, I thought Roach won the fight personally. And then there's of course the no knockdown ruling. Haney felt no knockdown. That was unheard of. That's the first time ever I've seen it with my own two eyes. Haney and Davis share an electrifying rivalry that has fans clamoring for a showdown, one that, despite the hype, has yet to become a reality. Meanwhile, the echoes of the past were loud enough for Terrence Crawford and many others to draw comparisons after the dramatic events at Barclays Center last weekend, and while the first quarter of the year delivered a series of electrifying fights, the PBC Amazon